Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for January 2022. I'm just looking because I hit a different button for my camera and I just want to make sure it's recording. It's funny because I feel like some of my most profound readings somehow magically disappear and show up later. So, anyway, Scorpio. Sun, moon, or rising. Those intuitively guided. Welcome, guys. I feel like when I was shuffling the cards, I just kept hearing, like in my head, one small step, right? One small step. One step for man, one giant step for mankind. No, that's not what it was. Anyways, I feel like that's what this year is going to be about for you. Like, taking these small steps, but that ultimately lead to something major. I feel like something major in this year for you. I feel like a lot of you have had a tough 2021. And I feel like some of you almost like faced with my karma, right? Faced with my karma. And which is, which had to be dealt with. So maybe now it's being dealt. Sometimes I can feel like you're being ripped down, ripped apart. But knowing that happens, it's so that you can find like your true self, your true path. You know what I mean? Your true strength, your true foundation, all that. So it's a hard mirror to look at. But when you do, it's like major growth. I feel like I got to take this card here. This is the second time that that's happened, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to trust my gut. And we have opened your heart. I think one thing Scorpio is pretty good at is, not allowing themselves to shut down to love. Now, maybe for a period, but not for long. I feel like Scorpio loves love. Doesn't need it. I don't want to say that. Anyway, open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all the forms of love. Okay. I also decided to use a deck that I haven't used for a while. I don't know why. I felt like we needed a different deck. And unfortunately, I don't know the name of these. Well, hello. Six Pentacles came out. Interesting enough, we're moving into a 6 year. This is 2022 is a 6 universal year, so we're all experiencing it. Six of Pentacles to me is about I feel like you're heading to your rewards, like you're creating, like, I don't know, I feel like these steps are creating something. I feel like first of all, it's a very loving and open and giving type of energy. Now I got to know, I got to be aware that I'm not giving more than I'm receiving, because it's also about being open so that you can receive. In the Six of Pentacles you give, but you don't really give with an expectation of receiving back. In this type of, because it's a very generous, compassionate, empathetic type energy. But in the same time, I feel like you do have to know that, like, who you do give to, that it's going to help expand them. We have the Ten of Cups. Wow, beautiful. We have the Star. So that may be your dream, your hope, your wish. There's this very calm and mellow Ten of Cups. You know, where a kid can be a kid. We have the Alchemist, the Magician, you, coming right next to the Star. And bring that down a little bit. I feel like no matter what's going on, first and foremost, this is telling you or reminding you, let's say, that you do carry the energy of the Magician. Because it's almost like you've been there, you've done that. But these are tools. These are like tools within that you have developed through your life, maybe your lifetimes. And once you receive it, it can't be taken away, you know, unless I give it away. So the Magician is a reminder of your power of manifestation, of creating. It's interesting how I kind of feel like the energy is moving backwards. Not backwards in a bad thing. Well, then comes out the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. King of Wands. Six of Swords. Eight of Cups. Interesting. I can't help but think that some of you are leaving this King of Wands, whoever he may be. He could be an air sign, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But he's attached to the Ten of Swords. But he's also attached to the energy that you're leaving, both mentally and emotionally. You know, the Ten of Swords is, there's going to be a change, right? And you know, I just feel like it just feels unnatural to you. I feel like this King of Wands may be someone who, listen, he's attached to this Ten of Cups. We'll get more clarity on that, but he is attached to that Ten of Cups. But yet he seems almost different. All right, well, let's keep going. Let's figure this out. We have the Two of Swords. You know, that can be needing to make a decision, but kind of refusing to make that decision. I don't want to see it. The Nine of Cups. You know, I want my freedom. Wow. Look at this. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. You know, I feel like what it's saying here is this king, again, can be anybody. It's just someone using their masculine energy, and it may be somewhat aggressive. I don't know, because it carries the Ten of Swords with it, and then it has you leaving it. And I feel like it's something that you may have questioned, almost, you know, like a refusal to see it. I can't be that because you would feel it. So anyways, I feel like in some way, you come to this realization I think your your want to be free becomes stronger than the control that someone could put upon you. Right? It's almost like, it can only happen for so long. And I feel like, I feel like this is karmic. I mean, I do, because I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, um, I don't know. I feel like the way I'm feeling it is like I have this realization that maybe someone I thought that was, my everything is not. Now I don't believe that they're part of my tree of seeds, but my tree of potential. Um, so I feel like you want to be free. And we have the Ace of Cups. Well, what a card to finish with, right? What a card to finish with. I just feel like some of you, listen, maybe you thought that you've met that perfect one, but I feel like you haven't. I feel like you felt like you had, but then I feel like it went bad. It went bad. And I feel like there's only one thing that can fix that, and that is the leaving of it. And I feel like, especially with the Magician up here, and the Magician and the Ace of Cups, the manifestor you of what? Of your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, right? You may have had this Ten of Cups, but now, for whatever reason, it's turned into the Ten of Swords. This King seems to be part of it. So, you know, um, I guess I see it, I feel it, I know it, but then I take action. I take action. So some type of movement through it. I feel like when you see the Six of Swords, it says, it's bringing a dream to you, but the way that it's coming, um, it's coming like, it's almost like you've got to go through those choppy waters, and then you'll find it. It'll find you. You meet it. You know what I mean? But it's like not being afraid of the choppy waters that I might have to travel for a little bit to get to ultimately, you know, my dreams. We have the Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So, that's a healing process, a time out. Make sure you're giving yourself that, right? You're allowing yourself to heal, forgive, forgive yourself for what you think you might have done. That's what Mother Mary says, forgive yourself for what you think you may have done. Where, maybe in Divine's eyes, it's like, you committed no sin. I don't know. Okay. All right. I was trying to think what cards do I want to use to clarify, but I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot. I think this year sees you on quite a journey. Quite a journey of, I feel like, look at that Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. Hello, we'll take it. It's something that comes into your physical world. It's on the bottom of the deck right now. We'll see if it comes out. we saw it. So there's going to be opportunities, something that comes into your physical world, your material world. You know, the one thing I want to say is I got to realize that in this Two of Swords, that this Ten of Swords is above it. So if I'm trying to make a decision, or, you know, if I'm in that energy right now, you know, it's talking about a blindfold. Sometimes we feel stuck to something just because it's what we've had, what we've been in, the way it's been. And I almost feel like for someone, it's like, you know, you can look at our house and be like, oh, that's the Ten of Cups. I want to live there one day. But then you go behind the door, you know, and it's not quite so pretty. And I almost feel like this is you this year saying, I don't have time for that kind of stuff. Like, I don't have time for that. So I definitely feel like staying very strong within your own energy, understanding that you are the one who makes your dreams come true. You certainly have divine energy supporting you and helping you and guiding you. But you got to know it, you got to trust it, you got to follow it. And I feel like ultimately, where is it taking us to? The Ace of Cups, for whatever that is. And it may just be in everything. It may be the ultimate. All right. Well, we have the Five of Swords. You know, interesting enough, you know, we go from the 5 to the 6, you know, 2021 to 2022. But that 5, it's almost like that 5 is saying, you know, this is just the time where whatever not expanding you, and it may even be things that you feel are against your will, but I feel like if you're being really realistic, you know, you can see what I don't know, what may cause you to wear a blindfold, right? But nonetheless, I feel like this is you seeing that, this is you feeling that, this is you knowing that. And then this is you, because of that, because I'm being real with myself, moving into the magician's energy, right? Creating. Like, I'll be damned. I'm going to create. I'm going to create. I'm going to create my world. Maybe you don't think you have a chance in hell, but you do. That's the thing. And I also feel that this is a year where you're going to have like soul family help guide you in a way. Like you may be just, it may be someone online, you know, or a group online. But I feel like if you're guided that way, follow it. No matter what anybody says. No matter what anybody says. You got to keep going back to that magician. I have all these tools. I can outsmart whatever I need to, if that's the energy. I don't know why I'm saying it that way. Well, look at that. There's the Ace of Pentacles. It made its way out. And there's the 5. So the 5 is change. And then the change happens, and boom, there is the Ace of Pentacles. So this may talk about, yeah, I feel like I'm back at step 1. But the Ace of Pentacles is help along the way. And maybe you're creating something completely different. I like that it's Pentacles also because it's a real sense, coming over the 10 of Cups, it's very loving, natural energy for you. But the Pentacles is the stableness, the sturdiness, the you know, the strong foundation that you're building step by step. We have Judgment in reverse. You know, there may just be something that you've wanted to create before, and for some reason, it just, you know, was met with something that kept you back, kept you from doing it. And I feel like some of that was in timing, divine timing. Almost like maybe you weren't fully ready yet. And I feel like that's more you. Almost like maybe I didn't believe in myself enough yet. You know, that type of thing. So I think it definitely tells me you've been learning, right? That you're learning, you're healing. And I often feel in this healing energy, this is when we get like thoughts of inspiration. Follow those. Definitely follow those. You know, again, you know, I don't want to say like everything's like hunky-dory. It's the second time I've used that word. But I feel like it will be. It will be. I feel like you know, I don't know, I felt the words like you're watched over. You're watched over. So I feel like as you travel through the choppy waters, know that you're being watched over. I feel like also, because it's moving towards the Eight of Cups, like it's the energy of, you know, maybe people, words, things like that hurt me in the past. They hurt me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they hurt me. And I held on to them. And I took a sense of responsibility, almost like a claiming that that must be true. Like someone saying you're not good enough. You're no good. And you hear it so much that you start to, oh, you know, you feel it each and every time, and then you take it on, you believe it. I feel like no more. I feel like you're clearing that. It's like no more. And why? Because I feel like you're finding like your importance again, even though nonetheless there's still choppy water to go through. But I feel like when I know that like there's a destination ahead, and you know, it's the Ace of Cups, I feel like I can get through those choppy waters. I can get through those choppy waters. So I feel like, you know, it's almost like you, a part of you, a dream. It's funny, my ear is like burning all of a sudden. Um, Almost being dormant, now coming alive. It's like one by one, we're getting your cards. Look at that. We have the Tower. You know, I feel like your last reading spoke of that Tower. And I feel like that's what it's talking about now, too. I feel like this Tower is not necessarily new. It may be what you're going through right now. So this reading may be for those like to try to remind yourself that you'll get through it. Um, you know what I mean? And again, I feel like there's a part of you that even though it may feel dormant right now, um, it's almost like there's an opportunity to use this. Um, how do I say this? Like for your financial benefit? I don't know. I feel like something will just be awoken in you. And maybe we'll just leave it at that. You know, we have the Tower, we have the Ten of Swords. So I feel like we can't deny that it's almost like we had to know, or did I even, yeah, I don't think you called the Tower in, but you know, the Tower's there nonetheless. It doesn't have to be from a person, it can just be something in life. Um, you know, and as difficult as it may seem, again, I want to bring you back to the energy of, I feel like really what it's doing is it's putting you, yes, it feels like it's step one. But remember, every step forward is a step closer. And, I feel like when we start to get into that energy, because ultimately we have the Nine of Cups here. So I feel like this is you loving life again after the Tower. And part of it is due to your creativity. Your, even coming from your inner child. I don't know. Like, don't take things seriously type thing. I don't know. Well, look at this. We have the Empress. So the Empress is coming over the Ten of Swords. And, first of all, it's a mothering energy. Um, you know, I feel like honestly, my daughter's going through something right now. And, I wish I could do more for her. Like the Empress, right? But I feel like, but I also know that I know my daughter and I know she'll get through it. So I don't know. Anyways, um, I feel like the Empress takes these tens and turns them around. Um, Almost like turns that ten around, lets the swords drop out, and what swords remain are four, and they are healed. I'm saying four in particular. It doesn't have to be that. Though I did say four. Some of you are becoming very enlightened. Very enlightened. The Empress also speaks of patience. Right? The Empress knows, trust when something is ready. The Empress receives that seed, and then the Empress makes a decision. Do I nurture it, care for it, love it, grow it? We have the Six of Swords. Again, I can't help think, but this king is someone of the past. I almost feel like, even if it's someone's aggression, I feel like as the Empress, I'm definitely rising above it. It's like I'm just going right over it. Going right over it. And I feel like this king is part of that choppiness. Nonetheless, I don't want you to forget that the Nine of Cups is here. And then the Ace of Cups. Put that together. There's the Ten of Cups. So what I lost, I can regain. But maybe I regain in a much stronger way. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. Seven of Pentacles in the upright here, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse here. All determined on the Six of Swords energy. So, it's almost like it's the realization, the understanding of, whatever the Tower is. I don't think I'm looking at it any longer as, I feel like I'm looking at it more now as experience. As, again, I feel like the Empress, she knows what she's doing with that. I feel this is also moving you towards, again, like a group. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. We have, look at this, we have the Star again. Do I chase my dreams? Do I go chase my dreams? Will I have my dreams? Can I have my dreams? We have the Three of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands. We have, look at this, the Two of Wands. There's that step from the Ace. Here's the Two. And again, and I'm not going to keep harping on this king. But I just want to say, I feel, again, You know, because the Seven of Pentacles is in reverse down here, and I feel like this is more a realization of I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, how do I say it? I feel like this king just doesn't belong on this tree. He doesn't belong on this tree. Now, so I feel like you realize that, and you move away from that. Now, sometimes maybe you can't like literally move, but you can separate yourself from it. You can rise above it. You can, you know, create even within it, all of that. Because I feel like you, in particular, you are the one who's moving towards the upright of the Seven of Pentacles. You know, let's not forget, here we have the Empress. And then you have the Knight of Swords coming in. And I feel like the Knight of Swords is just like communication, information. You know, I feel like it's putting you on a certain path. I feel like you're changing courses. Like you know, like you're changing courses. You're going to a different island. You're going to a different land. We have the Hangman. Again, there's a lot of energy of kind of like holding back your true wishes and dreams. And some of you may be like, well, I don't even know what that is. I feel like you will. I feel like you will. I feel like you will. I feel like all you really got to do is clean up, you know, like clean up in aisle one, right? Whatever on the floor, clean it up. And I feel like as you clean out, you leave yourself open to the universe helping to guide you next. So anyway, now look at that. We have the Six of Pentacles. And then we have the Hermit. You know, I feel like for some of you, like, I don't even know if it's going to take a whole year, but I feel like by the end of 2022, I see you as like the master teacher. It talks about your wisdom, though, what you've gained through this journey. You know, I like that the Hermit, I feel like, you know, the Hermit's all about the reflection. I want to learn, I want to grow from my experiences, but I want to use it, you know, for others too. So it's shining the beacon out. I hear a lot of noise out there. Let me put you on pause for 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I know I wasn't gone long. It's interesting. I heard Sam out there, and I thought I heard him like fighting with someone. I'm like, what the hell? And I went out, and here our toilet had overflowed. And he's like, what would have caused that? I said, the cheap toilet paper you bought. You didn't spend any money on it. Anyway, I also feel like I was interrupted because I was going on and on here. So, fresh eyes. Let me just give this whole reading a look. You know, I feel like it's coming down this way from the Five of Swords to the Six of Swords. So the realization, right, the chance right there, the change, sometimes whether I like it or not, moves down to the Six of Swords, willing to go through that choppy water. I don't know that you have a choice, but I feel like in a way you do, right, how you go through it. And then I feel like it can split off here, because here I feel like it's coming down to the Ace of Wands, which is action, which is inspiration. And if I look above it is the Ace of Pentacles. It's the way. You know, it's not just the inspiration, but the opportunity then to do it, put it into action. So I feel like some of you are really creating this year, and this may be the year that you're bringing it to the people, so to speak. Some of you, I feel like the communication almost feels like it's coming from above. Doesn't have to be, and a lot of it is your own wisdom and your own knowledge. That's what the Hermit is saying. And, you know, a lot of it, this tower could certainly bring someone down to their knees, right? But the hermit's going to stand back up. You know, the hermit finds the light within himself. Um, you know, it's like going through the dark night of the soul. First of all, look at that. The Ace of Wands is right above it. Going through it, you know, maybe I've been through it before, but this time I'm going through it with a different understanding. I'm going through it with the energy of either growing as the hermit, or ultimately I feel like, you know, 2022 finds you like the master teacher in something. And it may not have happened otherwise. It probably would have happened, but maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it needed to happen like this. And I know sometimes that's hard to hear. Um, but listen, I feel like it's definitely, you know, okay. Um, I don't know. I don't really think I need to look at anything else. You know, I see the Ace of Wands moving right into that. You know, this hermit's being inspired. And as the hermit's being inspired, he's taking a step forward. He's taking a step into it. Maybe he's even teaching us how to do that. It's all coming from this beautiful Ace of Cups, which can talk about romantic love, can talk about family love, but it talks about universal love also. You know what I mean? Like, as you fill your cups, you fill all our cups. So, that's where I find you. And I feel like you have been held back from it, but with reason, with purpose. And I feel like that purpose, again, is the Four Swords. Is the understanding of it, is that allowing myself to heal. Part of it is the Three of Swords. Like something has really pierced your heart. But this is the healing of that. Doesn't mean it's the erasing of it. It just means when I think back, you know, maybe when I think back, I think um, happy thoughts instead of hard thoughts. Whatever it is. And then the fourth sword is always your own sword, like our own realization in the situation, in life, in each step. But just like how I opened your reading, I feel like your reading itself closed itself that way, step by step. Right? The hermit's beacon is illuminating this Ace of Wands, which then puts you through the Ace of Cups to the Two of Wands. And I feel a lot of it, it's like almost like being guided. So, that's potential, right? Doesn't have to turn out that way. Could turn out another way. I could just be like, ugh. You know? Um, it's like making the best out of a situation, but I feel like it's better than you expected. Maybe it takes you to places that you never expected. All of a sudden, I'm seeing like Paris up there. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there, and I want to read "Open Your Heart," and you'll see how it relates to the reading. Oh, look at that! Right where my thumb was at. This is a card with a very important message for you. Spend less time thinking and analyzing and more time feeling and experiencing. Mother Mary asks you to open your heart more. She realizes you may have some fears about being emotionally hurt, and she offers to comfort, support, and guide you. Of all the components of your spiritual path, opening yourself up to experiencing love is the most essential. Make the conscious choice to risk being hurt and drop your emotional defenses. Be vulnerable and real, and allow others to get to know the true you. Mother Mary and Archangel Michael act as your shield so that you can be open and protected at the same time. Wow, I like that. Open and protected at the same time. You can see how it relates to different places within your reading. The Four of Swords, the Eight of Cups, like it brought different cards into my mind as I was reading it. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking now. I love you guys. Shout out to my daughter. I don't know if I said October 29th. And my brother Sean, who is November 6th. Both Scorpios. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.